Here you can see the very happy Magnus Carlsen, who won the Julius Baer Generation Cup, and he is richer by $20,005. Not bad at all. And here you can see some of his games. We are going to see some of his games, 4 actually, from 2 different matches that he played against the very talented Arjun Erigaisi with the black pieces. His opponent played here knight to e5, and it's Magnus Carlsen turn. Here's the first question. What black is threatening? Can you spot it out? Not so easy. And here, after this move knight to e4, and let's play a normal or just a move with white, then we can see that black can play he can reveal his threat e5. This is the threat. And after these normal moves, oops, the f2 pawn is hanging. For that reason, after this move knight to e4, here Magnus replied with this move knight to bishop e6 back, try to stop this idea once and forever, because after that he can recapture with the pawn. So the game continued like this, and after that actually he cannot really take there, because after all of these exchanges and more exchanges, the rook can join the attack. Now the rook is attacking the bishop, the other bishop is attacking the knight, the white can start doubling on D and C lines, and white is clearly better here, really better. So for that reason his opponent didn't capture that knight, and you can see how Carlsen is using tactics in order to promote his strategical plan, to go forward with his pieces. Very nice actually. And after this he played the queen here, and after that he played c5, and now black is on choice. He has to do something. The knight is under attack, obviously he has to move the knight, and maybe the best was to go here on f5, attacking the bishop, and after this maybe he wasn't entirely sure what to play, because white can play something like that to kick away that knight, and these knights are not extremely stable there. For that reason he chose this one and tried to do something on the queen side, but after f5 white is controlling the center very nicely. Actually he has a fantastic position, and after that he played here, and after this black is revealing his plan, because he would like to do something on the queen side. And after this move b3, maybe his plan to play queen a5 and maybe here later, but Carlsen is not allowed him to do any of this stuff, because he can play rook here, and this piece is actually stuck there. And if he cannot really promote forward his pawn, then his plan actually, then he has a lot of problems how he is going to play. And in the other side of the board you can see that white is continue pressing and developing his pieces, gaining more space. Here, after this move, after these moves actually, he played rook a d8, playing the center of the board. We have that one, and after this a very nice maneuver, bishop f2, and now he played bishop there in order to activate everything, to give life to all of his pieces. And after this move he went back, and now it's time to, after these moves, to play this move g5. Very nice, try to open up lines there or to do something in the king side. So we have this one, some exchanges happened here, and after that the white plan is revealed. Can you find it? What is white's plan actually? Would you like to become sure and get stable result at chess? Then I'm recommending you this training program divided in years according to FIDE rating. For example, 800, 1000, 1100, 1200. And if you click in any of these links, then you can see the curriculum of each lesson. Here you can see a small video and a very detailed description of the lesson. Please also notice that you can see a lot of puzzles, try to solve them. We have puzzles with 10 questions for every single training program. It's completely free and you can try it out. The basic methodology of the training program is that we get the basic ideas, then we have illustrative chess examples, specific exercises for each theoretical lesson, and last but not least the final conclusions. The main difference from other programs is that here we are going to analyze the typical opening errors, how to avoid them, the characteristic middle game errors of each level, learn the basic endgames, and last but not least the visualization program. This is very important because it will help you to foresee the chess move ahead and calculate better comparing to your opponents. You can get the package of 4 of these training programs, which contain 95 theoretical lessons, approximately 780 minutes, It analyzed 800 games in this fantastic final prize. So time for action is now, and click the link in the description. And White's plan here is to attack these two pawns. We have these two lovely pieces. The knight can jump forward there, and the king can step aside in order to double the rooks in the g5. And all of white pieces are eyeballing on this square on e3. And after these exchanges, both white actually continue with his plan. Black cannot do a lot of things. He's traveling around with his pieces. And now the time is game. The time is game to sacrifice something and open up lines. And he did it with bishop there, with a sacrifice. We have some exchanges here. He is pressing, and actually black cannot really wait here, because if he just wait, we can do these moves, and now he cannot really wait because we can take on g7, or he cannot wait with the rook there because we can take the knight. What exactly he's going to do? If he just remove that knight, then we have the rook lift, and his position, despite the fact that he's a piece up, he cannot do anything at all. His pieces are very passive in the defense. So he played this move, knight to e4. We have that one, threatening checkmate in one move. Simple as that. And when you are threatening checkmate in one move, it's not a bad idea, right? Because you would like to win the game. He captured there. We have some exchanges, and now of course he didn't exchange his active piece because he would like to keep the activity, to keep the pieces and pinning this knight on g7. And after this move he just captured here on e6, and now the game is over, because if he plays something like that in order to exchange queens, oops, the rook f7 is pinned, so we can take there with check. The rook cannot recapture. If he plays something else like this, for example, he can take there, and after all of these exchanges he can take the other rook, and he has 3 pawns up, so he is going to win the game. Very lovely game. And in the next one, in the second game actually, Magnus had the black pieces, and he played the system that I really like, the Italian, and now he played this 2 knights defense. Already he is revealing his intentions. He would like to play a very sharp game. He would like to win actually. He is going to take risks, and for that reason he played that one, inviting white to play knight g4 and enter, not exactly there, on g4, and then we're going to see, to play the 2 knights defense. But here white declined this over. He would like to play the Italian, little more solid system. The game developed like that. The modern move is this move a5, try to stop all of these advancements on the queen side. And now after this move, white played this one actually, maybe a little early, before black castling. And after that white has the opportunity to kick the bishop away one step, and now he played another very nice move. He played this move bishop to d7, very nice, rare move actually, not a lot of players playing this one. But what is the idea? The idea is to free the queenside castling and block the d file, because after this and some exchanges his opponent is not going to exchange the queens. And now white's plan is to put black's plan is to put the queen on e7, castling alongside, and after that start hunting the bishop. I'm creating a course, it will be revealed soon, the positional actually course about how to play positionally with our pieces, how to gain activity, and we're going to examine in one of these lessons when and how to hunt this bishop on h4. This is black's plan actually. And one more thing I'd like to mention, this pawn on a5, it's a little more weak actually. It's weakening a little bit the queen side after long castling, but it's not so easy for white to break through actually, to do something there. We're going to see. He played this one. Now we have this, try to go away from this tempo d4, because sooner or later white is going to play this move. We have some developments here, and this maneuver, he is protecting his center with tactics. We're going to see how, because after this move he was just in time to put the knight there. Wait a minute, white has more pieces on e5, right? So he can take there, but his opponent wasn't there to capture there, because we have the exchanges, and now we have a very nice combination. You're very welcome to pause the video and try to think. It's black's turn. Can you find it? And yep, it's check, and after this we have this check. The bishop is protecting the knight, and we're going to take this bishop on e5. So he's protecting the center with tactics, and after this he played here, and you can see how important is this bishop on d7, closing the d file, and after that black is going to castle alongside. So we have some excitements here, and the excitements came after this move. This is a little strange actually, but he would like to overprotect here on e3 and maybe keeping an eye on g5, because black's plan sooner or later is to put this pawn on h5 and maybe there, so the queen is eyeballing this g5 square. And now the game continued like he played a real grandmaster move here. My computer suggests something like that with minor 2 for black, and after this move he dropped the evaluation actually dramatically. Black is slightly better, but I really like this move because he don't know this move actually. He centralized all of his pieces, he's overprotecting this pawn on e5, and he is ready to do something. Maybe he is ready to put the knight there, maybe he's going to somewhere with the queen, overprotecting that pawn, and then we're going to see. But he's going to protect everything, right? And he's playing a nice move, a fast move, a nice positional move, and leave options to white. What you're going to do actually, I'm not taking any actions like this or jumping forward, I'm not allowing any capture, so white can feel the pressure here, can feel the pressure. And after this move he played another very nice move, tried to close the position actually on the queen side. After this he played here, and white is looking that pawn, this juicy pawn on a4, because he would like to capture this with his queen. And after that he just played this one, and now Carlsen has to do something with this powerful knight, right? So he just captured there. And this is another very important moment, because you can see he just captured a piece, and the most natural is to recapture back, right? This is most of the players are going to think like that, but you can see strong players are not thinking like this. They would like to find some counter blows, counter attacks, counter captures. For example, he can take here on d8 first, or he can take on a4, because he did it during the game, and he said, okay, you capture something, I'm threatening your bishop, and I'm threatening your other bishop, and after taking this one I'm going to create a checkmate. So he would like to put more pressure to give some threats actually. This is very important moment, and you can see you have a variation, and when you're going to calculate a variation, correct moves in order, correct moves one after the other, this is the variation, you can change it a little bit, and if you just change it you're going to play better. Very important techniques, not easy to do it at home, let's say. And he just captured here, and now we have another, you see, another transposition. He can do a lot of things. He can move the bishop out, he can put the king here, but he decided to capture first of all the rook in order to keep the rook there on e1. Why? Because after these exchanges he just protects the bishop, and after this the most natural moves, you can see the rook is here protecting the push of the pawn, and he played that on attacking the knight, and after this we have another push. So takes, and bishop f2, the rook is under attack. And here's a question, what are you going to do with the black pieces? I'm going to highlight that you can take this lovely juicy pawn on c3. Are you going to take it? The correct answer is you should not take it, but I'm going to take it in order to highlight the idea. How are you going to continue here actually? It's white's turn. And if you find it, congratulations, it's very nice move, this one, knight c6, check, and after that we have a check, and after this checkmate, because the rook is keeping an eye here and not allow the king to escape. This is a very nice tactic. So here after this Carlsen played this one, queen e7, maybe the best, try to protect the rook, and after these exchanges he's threatening some things, right? But here white after this check played this move, king to f1. And here's another question. Again you can take this juicy pawn on c3. Now the position is different, right? Are you going to take it? And the correct answer again is you should not take this pawn, because after this we have another tactic. We have this check, he can take there, now the rook can give a check on d1, and after that we have a checkmate because the bishop is protecting the queen. So this is a checkmate. Carlsen of course foreseen this one, and he realized the main problem is this open file. All the bad things happened through this file, so he played this lovely move, knight here, and the knight is blocking this one. this knight is controlling this e1 square, e8 and the queen actually, so it's difficult for black to do something. And after that he played knight to g4 because he is threatening here and he is threatening another lovely checkmate with a knight. This pawn has negative value actually because it's controlling some squares and white cannot do anything and black won this game. And this tactic is not working again because we can take and now we can deliver this checkmate because the bishop is still there. So 2-0 for Magnus, and in the next game he just managed to create a draw very easily. And you can see strong players like Magnus and other people, if they like to perform the draw, they can do it very easily. This is an ability actually to create a draw when you need it to achieve the draw. And now we have the match again, the second match. Erigaisi was with white pieces. He would like to win actually the match in order to prolong a little bit this fight with the tie breaks. And Magnus is with the black pieces. And after these moves here we have that one, and after that he played knight to c3. Unfortunately now for him, after this move he played bishop to e3. We're going to see that game, but here I'd like to mention that after bishop to g5 you have a lot of interesting ideas to continue the games. 25,000 people played this actually, fell into that trap. I have another video about that and you can follow the description, the link in the description below in order to see this video after this one. You're going to learn a lot of interesting things with this system. And here unfortunately he played that move, and after this developments he cast a long side, and now Carlsen started attacking on the queen side. He played this solid looking move. We have some developments. You see he started attacking there on the queen side, taking more space, and after d5 he closed the center, and now he was just in time to exchange one pair of light pieces, and now he exchanged little more pieces. And despite the fact that black is in the center of the board, white cannot really do anything here because the position is closed and he don't have a real way to open it. And white started attacking on the king side here, but the king is not on the king side, so the king is safe. We have some developments. He played this one. Black is trying to open up more lines on the queen side, and here he played a very lovely move, b3. This is very nice because after this we have a checkmate in one move, and checkmate can happen like that. The pawn is pinned, so he cannot really take, and after this exchanges for example, and after e6 black is clearly better here and he managed to win the game later actually. He has a little pressure there, he can double the rooks if he likes, and black doesn't have a lot of active squares and he managed to win that game. So Carlsen won again, and now let's see the final game. He had the white pieces. They played the Zemis actually in the King's Indian defense. The Zemis with system is with c3, and now we have something like Benoni actually, but white's position is clearly better here because we don't have this dark square bishop. We exchange a lot of pawns here on the queen side. This rook is extremely active and white has a fantastic center. How are you going to use it? You have the control. How are you going to play with the white pieces? You have a lot of moves here, and white played this move e5. In your face we can say, boom, there, and actually he cannot really take it because now we have knight to g4. The queen is under attack. The queen cannot really go on f5 because we have the double check on h6. So after this he can take with the pawn, and after that we have this check, and after this we have something else, another little combination here. I foreseen actually to capture here with the rook. This is my first idea to capture there. It's working as well, but the best according to the computer is this one, because you can see he cannot capture with a knight. This rook is hanging, and what he's going to play, we're threatening to take this, we're threatening a check there, and it is a very nice puzzle actually. And I just keep it for my Instagram page. I'm going to upload it there. I'm uploading similar puzzles every day actually because I like it. It's very nice, and you're welcome to follow me there and solve these puzzles, or at least put the like, the heart if you've seen this one, because now you know the solution. It's knight takes f7. Let's go back actually, because after this move he went back, he didn't capture the pawn, the rook is under attack, he played this one, attacking on d6, and after this he played f5, and another very nice and typical maneuver. And after here you can see queen h4, the enemy king is feel extremely squeezed, uncomfortable there, right? What the queen is doing there, I don't really like her. And after this maneuver you can see the queen can combine his activity with the knight, we're threatening some checks and checkmates there, the things are really bad, and what black pieces are doing. And after this you can see all of the black pieces are on the 8th rank, right, without activity. We have this one, he played here, now d6, the bishop is joining the attack, the pawn is still there, he's not really threatening this one, but maybe a check here with the rook, he can continue with his maneuver actually. And after this one, try to exchange the pieces, we have a check, and the game continued like this. And after this moves, he's continue capturing pieces and pawns. He can take there, Magnus capture here, and the position is completely winning for white, despite the fact that the material is equal. Because this pawn is weak, the knight can come here, the king is vulnerable, and he won the game. But we have another variation here. After this check actually, he can play something like that, right? And here we have a lot of fun actually. We have a lot of fun, and when you have such activity, the combinations will come. And here we have this check, so he can take, and after that we have another check. And what to do now? He can play there, he's going to leave to lose this bishop, and these two minor pieces are stronger actually, because black cannot really capture that pawn. If he just capture right now, the rook is hanging, or if he plays something like that, we can take another one, and again the queen cannot take because we have this check and the rook is hanging. So after this, for example, we have a check, you can take there, the knight can join the attack, and you can see everything is coming, and Magnus managed to win this beautiful game, the beautiful match. I hope you enjoyed all of these videos, and you're welcome to click the thumbs up button, and talk to you soon. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.